everybody who's watching the link can see us too. Hi everyone, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is 9:35 Atlantic Standard Time, and I'm coming to you live from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I'm Danielle Melanson, the very proud leader of Team Inspire, which is an independent team beachbody team based out of Canada. And this is our weekly team call. Sorry, bi-weekly team call. And it's September the 10th, 2015. So anybody who is on this call, welcome. We've got some new faces. This is Jocelyn's first time on the team call, Lori's first time on the team call, and I want to welcome back Michelle and Bob, of course, and anybody who's watching live on YouTube, and of course anybody who's watching the recording. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So tonight we are going to be talking about how to get out of your comfort zone. It is definitely something that we all struggle with, myself included, and it's just a human nature to want to stay into our comfort zone. So I'm going to kind of go through a little bit. I've been filtering a lot of questions with trying to break through your comfort zone, no matter what it is you're trying to do in life. I've been getting a lot of those questions from new coaches, and it's been a big discussion in the new coach training. So I thought, what a better topic for this week's call. And I started with another topic as well, so now I have a topic for the next call. So first I want to start with some amazing announcements, because it's only the 10th of the month. Now, guys, we have the biggest Success Club 5 reward ever that Beachbody has had, and it is over $200 value. So anyone who gets Success Club 5, which means 5 Success Club points, which means 3 challenge packs or 2 challenge packs and a Shakeology in the whole entire month. You have the whole entire month to do that. So that's like helping 2.5 people or 3 people with a challenge pack. That's it. You're going to do that anyways because it's why you're a coach. It's to help other people. So what happens when you do that is you get 6 Success Club points, and all you need is 5, and you get P90X, P90X2, and there's another Tony Horton program as well. So you get these whole programs as your Success Club reward for September. So I'm so excited. A couple of us have already earned it. I swear Mick just said the other day, because being I think I did P90X in 2008. So, or 2009. So, I mean, how many times have I, what's that?
Sorry to interrupt. I just got a message from Anne Crawford, and she's wondering if you can send her an invite.
Ange?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'll send it right now. Thank you, Angela. That's important. Awesome, thanks. The more the merrier. I was like, I thought maybe that you knew the name of the 3rd program. That's why I was like, maybe she knows the name of her program. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's P90X Ultimate Series.
Ultimate Series, nice.
Yeah.
Because it's been so long since I did the original P90X that I have, like, my sister Giselle in Cape Breton has my Ab Ripper DVD, and it's all over the place. I mean, yes, we can go and do it on demand, but I like to have my DVDs. A lot of times my internet isn't great here. We have issues with streaming, so I'm really excited. Mick just said, we should really order another copy of P90X. He said that in August, and now this is the Success Club reward in September. So, hello. I said, P90X will be here by October. So that's really great. That being said, let me tell you about what kind of week we've had. Okay, I need to upload. Guys, my clappers and sound effects, because this is a sound effects week. 10 days. 10 days into the month, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brand new coaches this week alone. That is enough for applause right there. Okay. Michelle Pleiter, who's joining us on this call tonight, is our top team builder for this week. Huge, Michelle. 4 brand new coaches. Awesome, 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 awesome. And I think it's 4 or 5. If you have 4 or 5 brand new coaches within a 5-week period, they give you an extra $100 bonus on your check.
Really?
Yeah, I got a $100 bonus 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. I think it's like 4 or 5. Yeah. So I mean, you'll be noticing that it's an extra bonus that they give you, which is awesome. So we would like to congratulate Michelle on an awesome, awesome week and welcome her new coaches, Amanda Ritchie, Tamara Hamilton, Erin Yancey, and Stephanie Drost. I'm sorry if I mispronounced anybody's name. Welcome, new coaches. See, she didn't even know that that's because we do what we do because we want to help people and we want to share this business and we want to share what these programs and products have done for us because we do this from our heart. She didn't even know that she was going to get a $100 bonus, right? Because we can't keep up with everything all the time. This company is just so good. Anyways, I would also like to congratulate Joanne Michael. She signed 2 new coaches this week. Huge. And welcome her new coaches, Karen Caldwell and Jennifer Doyle. Welcome, Karen and Jennifer. That's amazing. And also, Kate Strockbine. Huge shout out to you, girl. This is Kate's very first coach, Teresa. Welcome, Teresa Kukina. Sorry if I said that wrong. Amazing, amazing. So congratulations, team builders. Huge. I love it. I love when we have new members, and I love seeing new members on the call, so welcome everybody. Perfect. So, all over the boards here, my notes. Of course, you guys, we announced last week, Lori, not only new coach, Lori Westhaver, who's here with us, but my new assistant who is totally saving, she's lifesaver. So we never officially announced you on a call yet, Lori, so this is your big announcement. She's literally trying to, this girl is earning her wage, I'm telling you. Holy smokes. She cleared I had 6,500 unopened emails. Now she just started there. Now everything is neat and tidy, organized. That's just one of the major things that she's done for me this last week. So I'm just thrilled to have you as a coach. She's doing amazing herself, and she's helping us out as a team. So I really appreciate that so much. So today we have a couple people who are Success Club 5 already. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Welcome,
Hi,
welcome. We have a couple of people who are Success Club 5 already. So with Success Club 8, Michelle Pleiter, myself, 7 points. Joanne Michael, 6 points. And Erin Turner Shepard, who's a brand new coach, just signed up last month, 6 points. First time she's made Success Club. Congratulations. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is only the 10th. That list in 2 weeks is going to be double, tripled. Okay, so almost there with 4 Success Club points is Jennifer O'Grady, Angele Beasley with 2, Amanda McKenzie with 2, Lindsay Turkett with 2, Rhonda Ernest with 2, Kim Brekelmans with 2, Brianne Murray with 2, and we have Lori Westhaver with 2 as well. And I think 2 of those girls have maybe 4 already because they sold some challenge packs today. So I think Angele and maybe Brianne or Kim said that. So that's awesome, guys. So keep it up because it's just the 10th and we've got a big, wonderful month ahead of us. So very, very excited. Okay, so of course we have 3-day refresh, and PIO on sale as our challenge packs this month, everybody. So that's 164 Canadian, 140 USD. Okay, so I was just talking with a new coach tonight. Remember, when you're talking to your prospects and they want to try Shakeology, Shakeology is $155 plus, what is it, $20 or $22 shipping. So remember that it's in their benefit to order a challenge pack because they are getting that $2 discount plus the $5 shipping and handling, a huge discount on savings on the shipping in the challenge pack. Plus they get either the 3-day refresh, or they can get Combat is always on sale, Slim and 6 is always on sale, Hip Hop Apps is always on sale. But this month it's PIO and 3-day refresh are on the promotion. So it actually saves them money to do the 164 or 140 US challenge pack rather than just ordering the Shakeology on its own. They're actually paying less and getting something in a bonus, like a program or the 3-day refresh or something. So remember, educate your customer on this. Even if they say, no, I don't want to do that, tell them if they're just going to do the Shakeology, sign up on auto ship. They will save huge, almost $20 on the shipping, and they can cancel the auto ship at any time. There's no penalty. As long as they cancel before the 30 days with a phone call or an email, simple email, no problem. So you're saving your customers big time by having them on auto ship, okay, with the shipping and, of course, the value in a challenge pack. It's win-win. Like I always say, make sure you let people know this because they don't know the ins and outs. And, you know, when I go to Old Navy and I'm at the checkout and they tell me that if I buy a pair of socks, I get $20 off my order and the pair of socks is $2. I want to know that. I'm not going to know that unless they tell me. So it's your job to make sure that you educate your customer on the best value for them. Okay? Don't be shy about it. Everybody wants to save money and get the best deal. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to do some screen sharing. Fingers crossed because I've been having some technical difficulties, but Lori is saving my butt. And I am going to, can you believe I don't have Office? I'm getting Office. Like, it's kind of hard to do a PowerPoint when you don't have Office, Danielle. I'm seriously taking my credit card out and buying it tonight. Okay. This is why I needed a personal assistant. Because I'm clueless. Here we go, guys. I want to share with you. You guys let me know when you can see my slide here. Thumbs up, I'm going to go for it. Okay, so getting out of your comfort zone is something that we all struggle with. And that's a human, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad that that's something that you feel uncomfortable with. That's normal, okay? We all do. But we can't let our fears be roadblocks to our success. So, you know, why is it hard and why should we get out of our comfort zone, okay? So let me close this down and go to slide number 2. Can you see that? Tell me if you can't. Okay. So you've heard people say you need to get out of your comfort zone, right? And you need to stretch yourself and it will be good for you. We all hear this and we all agree with this, but what do we actually know about what our comfort zone is? Like, why do we feel so good in our comfort zone? Why do we not want to leave our comfort zone? You know, we all agree that we have to, you know, step outside of it, but it's easier said than done, basically, right? And I think we've all seen this illustration here where, you know, outside the comfort zone is where the magic happens. And it really is. And it's not just where the magic happens, it's where the growth happens and where we'll learn later on. It's where we learn. We just don't grow and succeed and move forward. We learn, okay? So that's definitely something that we want to be. Okay, Google Drive. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys. Click it down. Next slide. Sorry, this is the technical difficulties. So what is a comfort zone? So the more scientific explanation of what a comfort zone is, it relates to anxiety levels, right? That makes sense. We all know what anxiety is, right? Your comfort zone is any type of behavior that keeps you at a steady low anxiety level. So imagine something you do all the time, like cooking dinner or commuting to work or watching TV. These are everyday things, okay? And we're used to doing them, so we don't feel anxious and we don't feel uneasy. They are part of our routine, okay? So they are part of our comfort zone. So although people often refer to getting outside your comfort zone in terms of trying new things, anything that raises our anxiety level can be counted as being outside our comfort zone. Okay, so it can be something really huge or it can be something not so huge, but anything outside our comfort zone that is out of our realm of comfort that gives us that little bit of anxiety, that's what we're talking about, okay? So if commuting to work makes you anxious because of the traffic, that's outside of your comfort zone, okay? It could be because of the people, you know, it could be heights, you know, I get anxiety from heights. You know, any uncomfortable situation is basically what we're talking about here, okay? So let's talk about healthy anxiety. Healthy anxiety is a term that was brought to me when I took my holistic nutrition course. And it's because sometimes we learn things and know things that we're like, oh, goodness gracious. I wish I didn't know that or learn that. So healthy anxiety, you know, although anxiety is something that you know, usually try to avoid, right? It can be beneficial. Kind of like cramming for an exam or, you know, feeling a little bit of pressure. You know, pressure is good sometimes. We often need just a little hint of anxiety to push us to get our work done or to improve our performance, okay? So the comfort zone is often illustrated like the next image I'm going to show you here, where the comfort zone extends into a learning zone, okay? But it eventually leads to a panic zone, okay? So it's something that we do have to step outside of, but don't feel like we have to go too overboard with. And you'll see here in the next slide that I pick up. Okay, so here's our comfort zone. So this is where we live, and this is where we all want to be all of the time, okay? But this is where we should be. This is the learning zone, the growing zone. This is where we should be trying to push ourselves every day. Okay, especially as new coaches, guys. So we're going to, after this, I'm going to relate this all back to some things you could do as new coaches. And I know sometimes we feel like we're in this panic zone, but really the red panic zone is something like skydiving as opposed to getting up on a ladder if you were afraid of heights, or, you know, something major like that. So you don't want to raise your anxiety levels to the point where you're in a massive, massive panic zone, but you want to step out of that comfort zone on a regular basis and get used to it, okay? So how do we deal with the uncertainty? Because that's basically the biggest fear that we have with stepping out of our comfort zone is uncertainty. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen because it's outside of my comfort zone. It may be something I haven't done before, so I don't know what the outcome is going to be. So a lot of the anxiety that comes from leaving your comfort zone is due to these uncomfortable levels of uncertainty. There's a reason that cooking dinner is no big deal. It's a big deal to me. That gives me a lot of anxiety because I'm not good at it. But for most people, cooking dinner is no big deal, because you do it all the time. It's familiar and you know what to expect, like driving a car for the first time, or like I said, skydiving or starting a new job. These are all things that are full of uncertainties and thus give us this anxiety. Okay, so that's often why we're so uncomfortable about stepping out of our comfort zone. And as new coaches and even veteran coaches, when we do things that, you know, aren't on our daily checklist or we didn't do and we're not used to doing, you know, we get that little panic. And, you know, we have to realize that that panic is a good feeling and not associated with negative feelings. Okay? So the negative feelings are usually in the panic zone, like this, you know, jumping out of a plane. So don't think of it as negative. Think of it as just something that, even though it's uncertain, it's controllable and it's not totally off the deep edge. Like if you invite someone to a challenge group, what's the worst thing that can happen? They say no. Really, that's basically it. Even though it's uncertain, it's not in that panic zone, okay? So the more afraid we are of the smaller our comfort zone becomes, and the more difficult it is to break out. Okay, so I know a lot of us, we all have different levels of fear, and we're all uncomfortable with different things, and our comfort zone looks different depending on who you are. But it's something that can be changed. It's a muscle that can be worked, just like fitness, okay? So I can't say this word. Familiarity is comfortable. I can't say the word brewery or library either. Sorry, I'm off topic. Familiarity is comfortable, I hope you're chuckling, and enjoyable. We know this, okay? And so it's no real surprise that new things get our guard up, okay? We build those walls and gets our guard up. From an evolutionary perspective, we see familiar things and we feel safe, okay? So we're going to be drawn to doing the same things, you know, because we know that if we just talk to the people we know and talk to our family and friends, then that's what we're comfortable with. You know, sometimes we're not comfortable with talking to new people. And so we kind of gravitate towards what we know. It's just human nature, okay? The brain thinks, hey, I've tried this before and I didn't die, so probably safe to do it again, okay? So as funny as that sounds, it really is kind of what the brain says. So it's just kind of understanding why we do the same things we do all the time and why we want to stick in that comfort zone. Breaking out. So how do we break out of it then? Okay, should you break out? Is it actually good for you? Because if it causes you anxiety, then maybe it's not good for you. But yes, you have to break out, and yes, it's good for you to step outside that comfort zone on a regular basis. You want to find that sweet spot, like I was talking about, in the learning zone, and avoid going too far because you don't want to hit that panic mode. You don't want to jump off the plane, okay? You just want to climb that ladder. If you're afraid of heights, you don't have to jump out of a plane. You just have to get off the ground and work at it, okay? Like for me, I'm so petrified of heights. So I used to not even be able to stand on a chair to change a light bulb. You know? Now I could climb a ladder. I still do it. I panic, but I could climb a ladder. You know? I ended up doing, other things. I never used to be able to fly because I was so afraid of heights. Now I fly. I'm not as panicked anymore. The more you do it, the less panicked you get over it. You just get used to it because your comfort zone expands, okay? So here are some benefits of leaving your comfort zone and trying things that raise your anxiety levels. It helps you grow, like I mentioned before, and when mixed with feelings of success, some anxiety and self-doubt can lead to personal growth. I'm serious. I remember being on a plane. I still pray all the time when I'm on a plane and pray for the pilot and everything, but I had to meditate and set guardian angels on the pilot and co-pilot's shoulders and on each wing and on each jet and on the two backs. I had to focus on that so much because I was hyperventilating. If there was a bump or anything, I would hit the roof. My husband would be like, oh gosh, what are we going to do with her? Now when I fly, I still do some of those because I still have a little bit of anxiety, but I can open up a magazine and just kind of read during takeoff now. Okay, so I've grown. My comfort zone has expanded, and so my anxiety levels have adjusted. Does that make sense? I'm sure you have your own example, right? This is why outdoor adventures like rock climbing or skydiving can be so exhilarating. They induce anxiety and unease when completed, but they give you a huge feeling of accomplishment and increase our base levels of confidence, of course. So whenever you do step out of that comfort zone, you feel proud of yourself for what you've accomplished. You feel proud of yourself that you jumped out of that fishbowl and maybe everybody's in their comfort zone, but you've pushed past. And I think it can be totally related back to being a new coach, being a new challenger, and anything in life, really, that you do. And I mean, once you have the courage to do that, as much as you might feel anxious about it, you have that feeling of accomplishment. Just like when you push yourself in a workout. It's the same idea, okay? I always say everything can lead back to fitness. Your comfort zone will grow, okay? If it's small, i.e. the number of things that you can do without feeling anxious, then you'll either be anxious a lot of the time and miss out on a lot of excitement that life has to offer, or you'll choose to get out of your comfort zone on a more regular basis, and you'll increase the number of things that you're comfortable with. Like I said, those walls on your comfort zone are very flexible. They are made of rubber, and they can expand, okay? So you'll also be able to enjoy more things in life, since familiarity, I can't believe that I put that word in twice, makes us more likely to enjoy something, even if it turns us off at first. Okay, so basically, the bottom line to all of this is that we can't let our fears guide us, because they're going to be huge roadblocks. And let me tell you something that my wonderful father has told me so many times before. Do not put roadblocks in front of yourself, Danielle. Do not speak poorly of yourself. Do not make things harder for yourself. Because he said, we live in a world of people who want to say things and talk about us, challenges that will present themselves to us. There's enough in our world to give us roadblocks. We don't need to be creating them for ourselves. Does that make sense? Right? There's enough out there to get past without us creating new ones for ourselves. Easier said than done, but when it comes to putting yourself out there in social media, that's the biggest thing. So that's the reason that I really wanted to talk about this tonight, is because I used to be that person. I was that person who had a very limited Facebook, who would go through and clean house on a regular basis because I didn't want so-and-so to see this picture of my family, or I didn't want so-and-so to, I didn't think this person should see my life or whatever. I was guarded. I don't know why I was guarded. I'm sure there was a good reason, but I can't remember right now because I've pushed past that part of my comfort zone. So when I became a Beachbody coach and I was learning all these things, because I started off, I didn't know what Success Club was. I didn't even know this was a business. Like I always tell everybody, I just wanted to show people what worked for me and help them as much as I could. So I was like, oh my gosh, like now I'm adding people to my Facebook. Now I'm adding people I may not know to my Facebook. I'm meeting new people. How comfortable am I with this? Are they weirdos? Are they going to think I'm a weirdo? I never realized the potential. And it's funny because as a parent, we had to have this conversation with my son too, who was a little bit paranoid about a few things. And my husband said, this world is filled with lots of people, but we like to believe in our heart that most of them are good people, okay, with good hearts and good spirits. So try not to always catastrophize everything and think that, everybody out there is out to do, going to do something or, take a picture or, if you run into some people on the internet that aren't your cup of tea, you have that option to block them. But try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And so when it comes to sharing your journey, what you're doing with the business, even just sharing that you're a coach, sometimes that really, raises that level of anxiety. But it's the best way to get people to know, like, and trust you. Okay, so those are the things that we want to do as a coach. So we're not about selling. We're about adding value to people's lives. And in order to do that, people need to know like, and trust us. Okay? So to do that, we have to kind of show them a glimpse of who we are. And it's kind of, we have to be vulnerable. And we have to step outside our comfort zone. So that can mean, telling them about a challenge group, but not just putting up a picture of Beachbody or not just putting up an ad. You can do that, but you have to add yourself into it. So maybe add your before and after picture. Maybe add a picture of you out for a walk. Maybe add a picture of you and your family making a meal. Maybe add a picture of you and your dog, or you on a hike, or whatever. Okay, you living, a little glimpse of you. I think it was Jody Jackson Wells who said, it's great because we can almost use our Facebook, our Instagram, as a way to show people our own little reality. We are our own little reality show. And I have people who actually message me and say, I may not comment, I may not post, but I follow you, and it's kind of like watching, a reality show. And I'm thinking, wow, it's a pretty boring reality show. But, I give people a little peek into my life, as do a lot of the coaches. I know Michelle and Joanne are on this call right now, and they're veteran coaches. And check out their pages. Check out some of the coaches on our team who've been working the business for a while. See what they post. Pictures of their routine in the morning, going to pick up their kids, going dirt biking, walking the dogs, a commute, doing personal development, meals, what am I cooking, right? I know I've seen Bob post some awesome pictures of his meals. Awesome. They look delicious. I want to know what he's eating. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's he going to have tomorrow? Give me some ideas, right? So you're posting some pictures, a little piece of you. And people get to connect with you. They feel like they know you. They start to like you even more, and they trust you. So what does this mean? They get to know, like, and trust you. So they know you're accountable. They know you're consistent. They see that you're consistent. Nobody knows that you did your workout. Like you just saw, I posted a 10-second video on Instagram and shared it. 10 seconds. It took me 10 seconds. In the middle of it, I was like texting Lori and texting another new coach and everything else, but I said, take this 10 seconds and tell everybody that I didn't want to work out tonight. And guess what? How many people have ever not wanted to work out? So people are going to relate to that. Relate that I'm not perfect, and this is who I am, and they connect with that. And then they know that I'm going to be able to help them because I'm not going to expect 100% perfection from them. I'm not going to be unrealistic because we're human, We're not in this for perfection. We're in this to be the best us and to be consistent and to continue. So when you share, pictures, videos are awesome. Pictures, videos, recipes, tidbits of you, and it's not just Beachbody, right? It's not just Beachbody. We want to be like 80%, 90% you, who you are. Then that's when people will really relate to you. So when you send out those invites, and when you talk about your challenge groups, you've already established that connection with people, okay? Of course, we want you building relationships, and we want you to add value to people's lives and do some free groups and all of that sort of stuff. But the more you share you and step outside of that comfort zone, the more people already know that you're genuine, that your intent is real, and that you are going to be there for them, that you're just not going to drop them tomorrow because they see that you're doing it every day, whether it's drinking your coffee every day, whether it's drinking your lemon water every day, whether it's preparing a meal or doing your workout, okay? Whatever it is, they know that you're going to be there for them because you show up every day online and show everybody that you're in it to win it. Does that make sense? So that's why it's so important to share, because what I'm seeing in the new coach training is, I mean, I felt the same way. Oh my gosh. Like, let's talk about the first time you have a before and after picture and you have to post it. It's like press post and like say a prayer. I still, even just doing the refresh, I had to send it to my husband on text and say, does this look dumb? Does this look dumb? Because I remember I didn't even think my first before and after picture was worthy. I said, people are going to think it's dumb. He's like, are you kidding? If you kept that to yourself, you wouldn't inspire other people. Like, other people wouldn't be able to see what was possible. And we all go through that. Every single new coach, and even if you're in the coach for 3 years, like I've been, I still go through that. But I know, mind over matter, press post, and you'll never regret sharing something like that. Does anybody have any examples that they want to share of maybe a time where they stepped out of their comfort zone and how they were glad they did, or that they got that positive reinforcement, or maybe something that was scary isn't so scary anymore?
Sure, I'll share.
Awesome. Thank you.
So when I first started as a Beachbody coach back in June 2014, posting my transformation was one of the first posts that I made, and it was the scariest post of my life. I was putting myself out there. I had so much family, so much friends that I knew would judge me, and you know what? I had a dream, and I have a why, and that why is too important to me to not step outside of my comfort zone. Ultimately, we have decisions that we can make every single day. And if we decide not to do it, then we don't know what we're missing out on in the long run. But if we go to bed at the end of the day and we know that we've done everything we can, decision-wise, to achieve our goals, then, we're choosing our life. We're choosing our happiness. And ultimately, that's most important. Don't get me wrong. We're helping people, but I just mean in reference to posting on your pages. Something that I do is when I am going to do those posts that are a little bit scary, and it still is for me. When I schedule transformations or I schedule vulnerable posts, it's still scary for me. And so I usually save them for the end of the day. The busiest time, of course, on Facebook between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. And literally what I do is I schedule it as the last thing that I'm going to do, and I hit post, and I close my computer, and I go to bed. Because then I have no control. I'm not reading anything before I go to bed. I read my personal development before I go to bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, it's, there's comments or there's some messages waiting. That's just sort of the way that I do it. The other thing that I've been doing is scheduling my like page a day ahead. So if I schedule it, then I kind of forget about it too. So when it posts, it just posts, and there it is. But those are the things that are going to keep the interest going and keep people drawn to you. So go for it, everyone. Step outside your comfort zone.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. And I mean, Lord knows, like Michelle said, she's, we still feel that no matter how long you've been in the business, right? And you have to think, why am I doing this? Just like pushing yourself to do that, that one push-up from your toes, instead of your knees, or, doing that extra lunge, or going, whatever it is with your fitness, or, whatever it is, however you're pushing yourself. I always say, I remember when I was learning to run, if I pushed myself for a couple of more, like, not blocks, I'm talking like sidewalk blocks, I would know where they were. So each day I would make sure that I pushed myself that little extra more, that little extra. And if you consistently push yourself, no matter what it is you're doing, you're not going to, all of a sudden, you're going to be running a kilometer down the road and it's going to feel like you're walking, because that's just normal. Normal. And that's what I tell everybody. Nobody told me when I was first a coach. This is the last thing I'm going to say before I let you guys go. I know it's 45 minutes. Nobody told me that being a coach, that the first year is the hardest and that it gets easier. Because with a lot of things in life, you start off and things get harder, correct? But like, let's talk like about a relationship. Oh, it's all honeymoon stage in the first, and then it's like, oh, great. You drive me crazy when you click your this all the time, or my husband always clicks his leg like this, and the whole entire coach is shaking, right? Like, these things I never noticed the first 6 months when we were in the honeymoon phase. It's the opposite for this business, okay? You work hard. You go through all these obstacles. You go through all these roadblocks. You get over them, and then everything else becomes easier. It gets easier. So keep on pushing out of your comfort zone. The diamonds, literally and figuratively, are on the other side. It's just like fitness. If you do 10 jumping jacks and keep doing them, 15 jumping jacks is going to seem like a piece of cake, right? So just keep pushing. It's always harder at the beginning, and it gets easier. It really does. And it's worth it, because when you push yourself outside your comfort zone, not only does whatever you're doing get easier, but your confidence. You bring that confidence into everything else you do in your day, okay? And you exude that confidence in your relationships, in your job, with the people in your community. Do you know what I mean? With your children, with everything, with your work, with your workouts, everything. Okay, so it's a win-win-win situation. Isn't everything a win-win-win situation with this, right? Mick's like, oh, those rose-colored glasses, Danielle. Anyways, I hope some of this information helped you guys. I know we have a couple of viewers on here, and anybody who's watching this live, and of course, all of you who joined us live tonight. I appreciate it so much. So is there any other questions, or anybody else would like to share anything before we wrap up tonight? The new coach camp is going really well, everyone. Loving it. So our next call is going to be on the 24th of September. Of course, we'll be every Thursday. I like to put the report out there for your Success Club and team building. But we'll meet here again on the 24th of September. And I can't wait to see you guys all. I love our team calls. I love seeing you guys. And, I think I lost you. And thank you guys all for being here. So we'll see you on the team page, guys. Keep up all the great work. Bye.